Hello there and welcome to the Empire of Brittany. I played as Brittany and I exiled myself to the New World. I just wanted to see what I can get away with, and apparently that was quite a lot. All of these nations in North America are under my control. These three native dudes over here are my marches, and Alaska is a colony of France, and France is my bitch. So, let's also have a look at what else I rule. I have Finireste down here, which is a client state, again, march I just made down in South Mexico. Just as a little camp reservation for the natives down here. Got to keep them alive somewhere. I'm not a complete genocidal maniac. It's just the Europeans I'm trying to purge. The New World belongs to me and some of our native friends. Let's have a look at what else I own. Guami down here. Guami. They are down here in Brazil. Another native march I've made to try and keep old cultures alive. I think they're originally from Paraguay. Looking at that flag. But here they are now in eastern Brazil. I've been trying to expand them as much as I can. Also, of course, own France, who, when I took them over, they did not own all of this. They even lost land around here. They didn't own this, but they didn't own down here either. But I've managed to expand them out, try and reclaim some of their cores. We haven't gone after the British yet. It's just that is a lot of hard work. I also own the Pope. The Pope is my boy. He's out here making cannons, just like Rodrigo Borgia. But his capital is not in Rome. He's decided instead to have his capital in Urbino, which he is developing quite well, so good for him. But anyway, let's have a look at some other map modes while we're here. Religion. I'm trying to turn everywhere Catholic. I just want to. These guys, you know, I'm letting their race stay alive, so they can change their religion at least. That wouldn't be too bad. These guys down here, Animist is really dying out fast. There are some Sunnis around here. When I took over the Caribbean, I had to fight Portugal for it. And they exported a lot of their Islamic Moroccans over there. But Morocco seems to have retaken that land and gone a bit further, so good for them. Anyway, let's have a look at the nation breakdown. Economics. Make quite a bit of money. That's a fully upkept army, and if we go to the ledger, we have quite the army. Not as much as every other fool on the planet, but we do have a lot more manpower to build. No, only 4,500, never mind. The navy, we are just a trade navy and some ships to transport armies. That is about it. I'm not going to be here wanting to compete with these boys. I'm quite happy just raking in the ducats from trade, which we do create quite a lot from. I'm collecting in the Caribbean and in Chesapeake, doing quite well with it. I'm very happy about it. Anything else you want to look over? We have the armies, the vassals and marches. Well, I don't have any vassals, but the marches and whatever. Estates, nobody really cares for. Let us have a look at the timeline. Now, where is that button? Oh, achievements while we're at it. Just to prove this was Iron Man, I suppose. Long live and prosper. Fuck yeah. Alright then. So, show timeline. So we're going to start from the beginning. Here we are, all the way down now. I'm going to go for this map mode at first. I'm going to go at speed 2. And I'll pause every time I see something happening. Not much happening just yet. But be prepared. Stuff does happen. Well, you've seen the end results. You know stuff's going to be happening, but oh well. I do regret not recording parts of this series. I think it would have been fun to at least do one video every 50 years just to do updates as I went along. I've played it over about a week. But anyway, we were attacked by France. We'll later have our revenge, don't you worry. And I lost a couple of provinces, but that was fine. I intended to leave anyway. We then kept going on, and doing what we do, racking up the technology and the monarch points to go after what we want in this world, which was colonization. And we sure as heck went for it, didn't we, boys? There we go, we've just had a war with England, and we did take this province right here from them. Maybe we could have pushed on against England a bit more to stop them from becoming as powerful as they did in the late game. What's this? That appears to be a colony. Good for them, we're starting to arrive. I'm going to keep it on like this for now, so we can see both areas. Colonies at first were relatively fast. We're already moving on to another one there, which is very good. I like to get through these colonies as fast as I can. Soon over here we are going to start selling our provinces. See, we just sold that one to France, we sold that one to England. Yeah, I sold stuff to England, whatever. We colonised over here now. We now sold another one to France. We've only got a capital here to help fund. Now the way I got most of my money was privateers in this node here. I made a lot of money from privateering over in the English Channel. So far of colonization, we are just starting to get through these islands, doing very well. I'm also developing them as I go along, which was very fun. I did get them very powerful. Now, Castile did not take any of these islands. Castile didn't colonize at all over here, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this. But now I'm going to focus my timeline all over here because nothing else happens over in the old world for quite a while. So you can watch through this. Basically, ignore everything Castile has. It is fake news. Either I own it or Portugal owns it. There we go. See, we flipped over when we took Jamaica. Maybe they did own that then. Martinique. Not sure now. Because I'm going through Cuba here. Try and take as much as I can, and I do go through a lot of the other islands. Yes, I don't think Castile owns that, I think I own that, but oh well. You can see these are the Dutch now, they're starting to turn up and have a bit of a colonization. The French are starting to turn up and say hello. We have now taken over all of the islands in the area that we could get colonists to. Spain is doing what they do down in South America, but it's not too relevant for us. I'm going to move the map to about here now, because we are landing. My plan here was to take as much of the coastline as possible. The English were concentrating up here in Canada, so I wasn't too worried, and then of course you had the Portuguese going for northern Mexico. So I was really not that worried about them getting in the way of what I was doing here. But then they did jump in Florida, which was quite a spanner in my works, but oh well. I'm going quite fast in my colonization. We have met up with the English. I was hoping to get this province, but I unfortunately did not. So I think I start going the other way. Yes, I do. But then the Spanish got involved, which was a huge shame, but soon we are going to go to war with the English. So you see, this is me burning down their colonies, giving a bit of vengeance. I was also at war with Spain. It was Spain and England invading me. Quite a kerfuffle. I kind of struggle dealing with all that. But you see, I do frequently burn colonies while this war goes on, which I did for quite a while. But now we're starting to go into the native lands. I want to try and beat out these other fellas before they get too far. Taking over the natives, trying to get over here to take over and cut off these guys. They can have the coast, sure, but I want to get above them so they can't go any further north. As they are trying, you see with these Spanish colonies here, they are trying to snake their way up. But I'm getting in there, cutting them off as I go up. Same over here, I'm cutting through here to try and secure not just land, but good-looking borders. Borders do matter, their appearance and such. Yeah, it's going very well. As we just keep on rolling and rolling. I've got a nice little shell of a nation here, which I do attempt to fill in at some point, but for now I am just trying to get north and beat the English to some provinces, as well as going west. I am not worrying about. I am worrying about beating up the Spanish, but I'm not too worried. More worried about the English coming south and creating a stronger colony for the 13 colonies. Very good. We have just taken over the entire Caribbean. Every single province in the Caribbean now belongs to us. 1 war with Portugal, 0 overextension, and nobody really cared. It was very, very successful. This is when I learnt that I can take over colonies without their overlords getting involved. So I do look to take advantage of it. As you can just see, we just wiped out 13 colonies. Every single one of them. We took them out of Florida, and we took a bit of land up here, but we did make the Iroquois a march. Because I did want to respect the Native Americans, give them some sort of nation to live in. But I also wanted marches to give me extra troops. So I created these guys at first to give me quite a bit of a helping hand. And they do just that. They are very useful throughout this campaign. Just took out most of Spanish Louisiana, but they did have some provinces left. I just, what was it? No, these are colonies. I did not want to take over the colonies because I was busy funding my own, so I just left them to it. We then took over some of these Portuguese fellas, and they broke their colony up there, which sucked for them, I suppose. But now we're starting to get really powerful. We're starting to get good, proper armies, filling in the gaps of our land there. Colonizing in the gaps to make the borders all nice and pretty. And we defeated Newfoundland. We took quite a bit of land off them. We took Nova Scotia and Newfoundland for ourselves, and we made Powhatan another Native American march, which was very fun. Over in the old world, Great Britain had united. I eventually lost my province here to the English. Ah, yes, that's what the original English war was, when them and Spain attacked me. It was me losing Fineste, I should have mentioned that. But yeah, France has not done as well as they could possibly. The Ottomans, however, very big. But oh, and Bohemia, another very big surprise nation there. But oh well, let's concentrate on the big purple blob over here. I was very disappointed when the English found that province, because I wanted to give it to the Iroquois. But oh well. And then I moved my capital. I was tired of it saying Breton, North America. So I thought, you know what, I'll build my capital. And I developed quite a few provinces around this region. I think it's this region. I named it, yes, I renamed it to Rohan, after the city over in the old lands where we came from. I thought that was quite fitting. I also renamed a few minor cities around the area and tried to develop them a bit, just to role play a bit that I'm building communities, only in 100% Breton areas though. Don't want to develop for the other fellows, do we? Another march we made, Ojibwe, however it's pronounced. Just dug into Newfoundland a bit more. The reason I didn't take all of Newfoundland at once is they were pretty big wars, all the sieges everywhere, so I just wanted to get out. We started now attacking into Mexico, taking over Portuguese Mexico. Very successful. I tried to keep the borders as nice as I could while going into the land, so I made some sacrifices on what I took. I wasn't too fussed. Now Portugal is starting to lose their hand over Mexico. The natives are going out of their way to kick some colonizers out. I'm doing my part to help by attacking them every time I can. And California was annexed entirely. I did not leave a single province there. I wanted to have that under wraps, and so I did. And we started tidying up the borders now. We're starting to have most of modern-day United States land here. Going back down into Mexico a bit more. But I think about now is when I started ruling over France. So I believe I own Alaska now. So I am going to... Wait, what's this down here? That's not my Guarani, is it? Guarani? No, it's not my Guarani, but... It's interesting to see them now. I'm going to zoom out here now just so you can see the development of France. As I go in, yes, I'm taking over these lands over here, and I only started taking over them when I had the help of Alaska. They weren't too much of a help, but they did do their part. Cascadia, Newfoundland. I also give, I do give some land to Alaska, just to make them have prettier borders and a connected line. Going into Mexico a bit more just then, like you saw. But still, I've taken all this land with no aggressive expansion, not a single piece. Well, the native provinces did give me 1 or 2, but the European ones, 0. Absolutely 0, which was quite amazing. I was very happy with that. And we've just gone into Spain here. We took over Catalonia, which was very successful and fun. Just slowly eating our way through here. We fixed up Alaska some better borders. I did take this island here, though. We left that because Alaska occupied it and I wanted it. So I was a bit of a dick there. The same with this. Somebody else occupied it, so I had to leave it there. But now North America is, apart from these 2 provinces, ours. Ah, and I missed this. We created this nation here, Veneste, which again was named after a province in the old world of Breton culture. So good for them. I'm going to zoom out a bit further here. As this is when we start getting involved in other affairs. There we go. We took over a lot more of Spain and we created this subject down here, Guarani. Very, very happy little nation there. We've now tidied up all our borders inside here. Soon you're going to see little dots changing in France. That's just us taking over some land from... Actually, nothing else happens over here for the rest of the video. So we go down here and we're going to concentrate on this for a bit. See, we take some land off of Milan there, and then we establish the Pope. We also, in that war, expanded Guarani over here a bit. And that's where we left off, so thank you for watching this. I'm going to complete the campaign in my private time. I'm just going to try and make these guys here a bit bigger. Maybe make the Pope a bit bigger. I'm not too fussed about anything else, really. But I did really enjoy this campaign. Your men got very strong. Kilwa's been very strong all campaign, but... yeah, Portuguese, Australia there. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this summary of my campaign. Very fun. If you want to do an Exodus campaign, I recommend it now, before they start making things a bit harder. Have fun and enjoy it. See you then. Goodbye.